Welcome to the Trial Podcast. I'm your host, Bo. This is my co-host, People's host, Denny. Half asleep, Denny. How you going, mate?
Oh, I was better in bed.
Yeah.
I actually had a dream last night that New South Wales won. Literally, I turned I had a dream where you know how I usually turn the TV off.
Yeah.
I turn it off. I come back and it's extra time, and then James Tedseco scored off a scrum.
That would have been nice, wouldn't it?
Well, that was a good dream, and it felt real. It felt real too. It was a good
I'll
feeling.
tell you what felt real. Queensland defeating the New South Wales Blues 16-10. Game 1. Ambushing them at home. They are now only $3 to win the series 3-0. They were $10 before kickoff. New South Wales had more runs, more run meters, more post-contact meters, more tackle breaks, less missed tackles. They made, I think, one less tackle than Queensland. Penalty count was 4-3 for New South Wales, 6 again, 4-2 for New South Wales. But didn't matter. Queensland still coming out on top. I think we will touch on the refereeing. I thought he was pretty ordinary. Ashley Klein, I think there was a lot of calls, a lot of favourable calls. It was a shame that a lot of them were in big moments and a lot of them ended up bouncing the way of Queensland. I think there was a lot of forward passes in the first half. There was one moment where Selwyn Cobbo got dragged into touch that got called a penalty. I didn't think that was a penalty. And there's a couple of others. Obviously, the scrum, we'll talk about that. Denny's not happy about the scrum, being held in the scrum. He wants every single player that's ever been held in a scrum to be dragged in front of a judge and put in jail. But anyway, other than that, what'd you think of the game, Denny?
It was bullshit. I'm over Origin.
What was bullshit about it?
It wasn't just one thing. It's a combination.
Do you got any examples for me? Anything?
No, I'm done with you.
All right. We're going to do our player ratings, and then we'll get into kind of the bigger moments. But let's go player for player, our player ratings. I've got Ponga on a 7. I thought he was safe. End up getting a try on there. Set up a try for Val Holmes. But other than that, didn't do a lot.
Nice. James Tedesco gone 8. Ran for 266 metres, 8 tackle breaks, line break was everywhere. He was awesome.
Yeah. Cobbo gets an 8 for me on debut. No errors was the big thing for him, and he didn't get an error. And 18 runs, 162 metres. He was good.
Nice. Brian Toto gone with a 6. He was, good without being great.
Okay. Val Holmes gets a 9.5. Absolutely massive, both sides of the ball. I think it's the best he's played in a Queensland jersey probably ever.
He did play well. Tony Staggs, 4.5. He wasn't involved too much and before going off with his shoulder injury.
I think we go from one of the worst games one of the best games in a Queensland jersey to one of the worst. I think Gags was pretty ordinary. Missed 9 tackles, struggled to get into the game. He gets a 5.
Okay. Jack Whiten, I've gone 8.5. He was New South Wales' best player. Scored a try, ran for 165 metres, sorry. And I was pretty solid in defence too.
Good to see him prove some people wrong, I think. Coates gets a 4. He was limited minutes. Hope he's alright.
Yeah. What they say, he got syndesmosis?
Yeah. So if it's high grade, he won't play game 2.
Yeah. He might not even play game 3.
Yeah.
Daniel Tupou, I've gone with a 5. So he's same as Brian Toto. He was, alright.
Alright. Munster. Munster. He was awesome. He probably had the second half of his whole career. He gets a straight 10 for me. 20 runs, 191 metres, 63 post-contact metres. He had 60 touches, 8 tackle breaks, 2 one-on-one steals. He was electric.
Yep. Jerome Luai, I've gone with a 5. He kind of took a back seat there and expected Nathan Cleary to get him up.
Yeah, and he did not. Cherry Evans gets a 7. I think people sleeping on what he done in the first half. I think he was pretty ordinary in the first half. And then he had an alright second half. So he only gets a pass.
Yeah, nice. I've got Nathan Cleary with a 6. His kicking game was off from the start. And just couldn't get himself in over the line, I guess.
Yep. I'll go Tino, 7.5. He got through some pretty good work in the middle.
Yeah, nice. Payne gets a 7. He had a few great runs there and made 41 tackles for only 1 miss.
I thought Payne was excellent his first stint.
He was great.
Benny Hunt, 7. He didn't play a lot of the game, but I thought when he was out there, he was super, super effective.
Yeah, Damien Cook gets a 6. He is ordinary from dummy half. A few crucial errors, but yeah.
We'll talk about that because I reckon he had a pretty good second half, and I want to get into that in a little bit. Josh Papali, 3.5. He only played 22 minutes, 4 runs, made 20 tackles, but he was hardly on the field.
Yeah. Junior Paulo, I've given him a 5. Came off the bench, had a try taken away, but other than that, he wasn't as impactful.
Yep. Catewell gets an 8 for me. He was awesome on the edge, and then filled in the centres on a danger man as well. So he's had some massive efforts in an Origin jersey lately.
Yep. Cam Murray with a 6. He looked pretty dangerous when running the ball, but it wasn't anything special.
All right, Konfusi gets a 7. Didn't fire a shot in attack, but defensively made 40 tackles on an edge and only missed 2, so that's got to be commended.
Tarek Sim gets a 4. I think he's equal lowest for the New South Wales Blues. He wasn't there.
Yeah. Cotter gets a 9 for me. 80 minutes in the middle, missed 5 tackles, but 118 metres, 51 tackles. Absolute workhorse.
Yeah, nice. Zayo gets a 6. Solid through the middle. He should not have played after the first carry. He was close to being unconscious. Yeah.
They called that a Category 3, which meant he showed no symptoms of concussion. That's what the NRL deemed that. I couldn't... They're talking shit.
Yeah.
Cotter. Is it? No, I've done Cotter. Harry Grant. He was massive off the bench. 7. I think it would have been higher if he played longer.
Yeah, nice. Stephen Crichton, he gets a 4. He only played 30 minutes and 0 impact.
Collins gets a 6.5. I think he was all right, but injuries screwed up his rotation a little bit. I think he would have played, had more of an impact, but 6.5. I think he done his job.
Yeah. Liam Martin also gets a 6.5. He ended up starting and playing 80 minutes. Made 51 tackles.
Yep. Carrigan, 9.5. I thought he's the best player on the field. I haven't seen this, but I heard he ran for the most metres for a forward as well. And that's off the bench, almost 200 metres. He changed the game, I thought.
Yeah, nice. So, just for New South Wales or for Queens? Just for Queensland?
Every forward in the game, he ran for the most metres.
Nice, good on him.
Yeah.
Ren Campbell-Gillard, 6.5. He ran hard, tackled hard. He was probably the most impactful forward, apart from Payne for the Blues, for mine.
Jeremiah Nenai barely played, got injured, come back on, only had 2 runs while he was on the field. I think he probably gets a 4.
Yeah. And last but not least, Ryan Madison, he gets a 5.5. He was, he just made his tackles and took his runs. Nothing great.
Yep. One of the questions we got about the Origin, should Appy be starting 9? I thought when Murray got on the field, I thought Cookie played a lot better for New South Wales.
Yeah.
Now, they end up starting with Martin and took Murray off, which I didn't mind Martin starting. I thought Murray and Martin, I think we picked that to be the starting combination.
We did.
Yeah. So, what do you think? What do you think of Cookie? And in particular, I thought his game changed a little bit when Murray was on the field.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty, as I said before, I thought he was pretty ordinary. Some of his decisions, what was it? When we were attacking their line, we were about maybe 10, 15 out. He decided to try and go down short side. Then changed his mind, as he was running, came back on the outside, sorry. Threw a pass to Queensland. And then
I remember that.
And then when he decides to run the ball, I thought it was just a bit off.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes, because his game is run, right? That's his game.
Yeah.
And I feel like he gets slammed when he doesn't run the ball. And I think I've done it before too. I smash him if he doesn't run the ball. And then if he feels like he can't get into the game, and then he tries to run, and then it's not on, like he tries to go short side, and it's not on, and he gets stuck, instead of taking the L there and taking the tackle, he tries to pass out of it, you know what I mean? And then he throws the intercept to Munster. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought he played better when Murray was on the field. One of our top questions is, should Appy replace Damien Cook? Now, Appy Coruscant's been awesome for Penrith. Would you be maybe putting him on the bench or starting him?
I'd put him on the bench. There's no way I would not start Damien Cook. Like, even though he had a lower game, like, he's still one of the best hookers in the game.
He's had a lot of big games for New South Wales too, I think.
Yeah, no, you keep him in there, and then maybe Appy would come on, sort of like what Queensland did with Ben Unnan and Harry Grant.
Yep.
Like, that was good.
That's a nice segue there too, because our next question is, should Hunt be starting instead of Grant? I thought the game played out perfect for that combination. I thought Hunt absorbed a lot early, and when there was a bit of fatigue in the game, Grant come on, a running hooker, and he took his opportunities, and I thought he played really well. And the same as Cam Murray to Damien Cook, Munster to Grant. I thought Munster kind of come along when Grant got on the field, so I would be keeping that rotation.
Yeah, no, you'd keep it. You're like, why would you change it when it worked so well?
Yeah, I don't think there'll be many changes for Queensland. Maybe just the Xavier Coates, maybe Tarlonging or
Hamaso.
What's his name? Yeah, maybe one of them get a shot there. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Corey Oates, the one you don't like. He's
not playing Origin again. I can almost guarantee
it. What changes should New South Wales be making? Anything off the top of your head?
Daniel Tupou needs to get dropped for the Fox. Like, yeah, they went to the air sometimes, but like, come on, you sacrificed all that speed. Like, you could have used that speed when Katoni made that kick at the end of the half.
Yeah,
like there was barely any New South Wales players there.
They pretty much only attacked Toll anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, out of the Fox and Toll, who are you going to go at? You're going to go at Toll anyway. So
exactly.
I mean, it doesn't really, unless you're going to pick Daniel Tupou and the Fox, it doesn't really make a difference.
Queensland weren't kicking to Daniel Tupou.
Yeah.
So they're
obviously.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'd probably kick to Brian Toto even if the Fox is on the other wing.
Yeah, and they didn't get up too many attacking kicks, I didn't think.
No.
Maybe from memory, maybe two. Not really anything in good ball. Cherry tried to force one, I remember in the second half, which was just a shocker. Where they almost scored actually off that one. But I don't think it's enough to leave Josh out of the side.
No. No.
Anyone else?
Got to be there. Tarek Sims has to be gone. Bring Tyson Frizzell back, please. Maybe not to the starting side, on the bench. I like that.
You could even start Martin and Murray.
Yeah.
I don't really see a problem with that. I thought Murray was one of the New South Wales best when he got out there.
Yeah, he was all right.
I think he was handy. James Tedesco, a lot of talk about him coming into Origin, as there is every year. Everyone wants him dropped for everyone. Pretty much, Pappy is the fullback every single year until Brad Fittler says he isn't. He was unbelievable last night.
Yeah, he was great. He was just you could tell he really wanted to win. He was in everything.
He is New South Wales, I think.
He's great. He's awesome.
It was really good to see. I think he got his ass out 3 times. I don't think there's been a Teddy game I've watched where his ass hasn't come out.
Not a bad looking ass.
Yeah, as far as asses go.
Yeah.
If you're going to get that one out. Let's talk about Ashley Klein a little bit.
This bastard.
The play the ball. Thoughts?
Oh, look, you could tell it was a lot slower than NRL level, and he put his whistle away.
I love that you sat up in your chair a bit. You're like, all right, let's go. Let's get this started.
And
Ashley Klein.
And then there's a lot of missed calls. Oh, like those forward passes, man.
Yeah.
I told you last night, there was 2 really bad forward passes before he called that forward pass off Kurt Capewell, which was the best looking pass out of the lot, and he calls that one.
I just want to say on the ruck, from the eye test, I thought it looked slow as well. I will say that. But I thought it was both ways. I thought Queensland controlled the middle better than New South Wales. I mean, if you're seeing a team kind of control the middle, you can do it back to them, and that's what Freddy said in his post-match press conference. He said we should have done the same thing. We should have slowed down the play the ball as well, and we didn't. They beat us in the middle of the park. Now, Ashley Klein, I don't think he gets game 2. I tell you that. I think he was terrified to call anything. To be honest,
yeah.
I think he didn't want to be a part of the game, and by trying to make himself not a part of the game, he made himself the story of the game.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, New South Wales won the penalty count. They got a couple of even up ones late.
Yeah, those ones don't count.
Well, they do count. They do count to the count. Someone commented to me, messaged me and said, how about that 8-1 penalty count? I don't know where he got that stat from. 6 agains were 4-2 to New South Wales. That's pretty standard with what we've been seeing this year in the 6 agains. There's definitely parked them, but I thought there could have been a couple more tonight. Let's talk about that forward pass, no try for the New South Wales team. What do you think of that?
I'm just having a look, and Queensland won the penalty count.
Did they?
Yeah, it's penalties conceded. New South Wales 4, Queensland 3.
Oh, there you go, 4-3.
So what was that? What was your question?
Okay. The no try forward pass.
The no try forward pass off from Daniel Tupou.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to call that other one on Kurt Capewell, I guess it was a similar looking ball.
I thought that Daniel Tupou one was sweet, to be honest. But I would have liked if neither of them were called.
Yeah, I was okay with that because the other one was called forward. So I was like, yeah. Okay, I don't think it was like the reason we lost. Is that one call? Like,
no, you just think it was that other call.
I do think it was one other big call.
All right, we'll go to that, and we'll go to the scrum. Talk me through the scrum.
So when you're in a scrum, you might as well just hold the other player every single time. Just don't let him go. And that is just the play. Your half gets to the out of the scrum, and he runs there, and no one can tackle him because they're all being held. Might as well just do it just at the play the ball.
I thought he was held. I did think he was held. Ruben Cotter was holding a Queensland player in as well, so should be a penalty to Queensland as well.
What do you mean Ruben Cotter was holding a player in?
Because he was at lock, so he was holding someone in as well.
Okay.
I
understand how you grab him when you lock into a scrum, but once a scrum is done, you can't keep on holding them.
Yeah.
Like once you say break, you can't. Yeah. Anyway,
I think it's more to do with Tarek Sims over chasing. To be honest.
Yeah, get him out.
Tarek Sims just belted out of the line and just missed his assignment. Now, in rugby league, when a try looks too easy, it usually is. And the Cherry Evans try looked too easy, didn't it? It looked like he strolled over. And that's been an indication of it not being a try for a very long time. So, I think if it gets called back, I don't have a problem with that.
Me too.
Yeah, I know you don't. In saying all that, New South Wales lost by 6 points, right? He's had the ball with a minute to go, and then I think Isaiah Yeo dies with the ball, 5 metres out.
Yeah.
So you still had an opportunity to win it, and I don't think he's played well at all. So that's got to be a positive.
Yeah, well, I think Queensland line speed was better. I think the pressure on Nathan Cleary from Marker was a lot better. Or for the pressure on any kicker was way better than New South Wales. Like you saw a few times, like Kurt Capewell and Felice Kafusi would shoot out a marker to put pressure on Nathan Cleary, and then you look on the other side, And I remember just Ryan Madison, for instance, just an example. When he was at marker, he'd only just, jog out from marker to not really put any pressure, just make it seem like he was putting pressure on either Cleary or Munster.
Yeah.
So I think
Cleary and Luai are pretty easy to target, especially because Cleary's going to kick the ball a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But mostly because Damien Cook doesn't kick ever.
Yeah.
So there's no one holding the markers up. Where if you look at Ben Hunt, he had a great kick out of dummy half. It kind of can hold the markers there. And Daly Cherry Evans, I think he's the only halfback in the competition that does it. He kind of hides behind the play the ball a little bit when he kicks. Doesn't really kick through the line like a lot of players. He kind of stands back and kicks off his back foot.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. I think they've done a really good job pressuring Nathan Cleary. I think they got to Nathan Cleary all night. It was one of the poorer performances I've seen from Nathan probably since that 2020 grand final in the first half. But I think that was forced by Queensland a lot. Let's talk about the rookies. I'll get into the Queensland ones. I thought they were awesome.
Yeah, no, they were pretty good. Like Pat Carrigan, we've been saying for a while now that he's a gun. Like he's made for this. Yeah. He's made for Origin.
You knew it as soon as he got on the park, didn't you?
Yeah, straight away. He's like first carry.
Yeah,
and then he smacked Jack Whiten. He killed him.
Shot out of the line too.
Almost murdered him
for that one. Yeah, and that was pretty much Jack Whiten's only ordinary moment.
It wasn't really he did smash him.
Wasn't really on him,
but Jack Whiten he didn't get smashed. It would have hurt a lot.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah, so he did top. Pat Carrigan did top the meters for the Queensland forwards. Let's have a look at the New South Wales forwards. He ran for 183, so that would be the most of them as well. So yeah, he did top the meters for the game, for the forwards anyway. I think Pat Carrigan was awesome. Reuben Cotter, 80 minutes in the middle. And I just watched a couple of these runs before we went on air. They had a little highlights package for Reuben Cotter. His leg speed through the middle is massive. Anytime he gets to the line, he just gets those little legs pumping.
Yeah,
and pinches an extra 5 meters. But that's a lot of energy that zaps you in defense too.
Yeah,
instead of hitting and staying, you're getting driven back a little bit, and that's really good work from Reuben Cotter. 60 metres. Almost half his metres were post-contact.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's the kind of work he's doing through the line.
I don't think he played the full 80 in the middle, did he? I think he went out.
Yeah, he did.
He went out to an edge when Nanai got injured, didn't he?
No, yeah. He might have went to an edge. I just meant he played 80.
Yeah. No, it's just good on him. That's a tough... I don't think there's many forwards out there that could play 80. In Origin, as the game was quick.
And if anything, he started in the middle. That's where all the fatigue was. So I think you said when I spoke to you at half time, there's heaps of fatigue in this game. I think you said that. So, and then we got Selwyn Cobbo. He was awesome. Some of his runs, carries out of the backfield were really good. And he come up with that play for Dane Gagai. Dane Gagai's try. The kick back inside, which just seems like not a huge play, but a kid on debut that usually plays on the other side. That's a pretty big play for him.
Yeah, good on him. He was all right.
And then I got injured. I thought he was okay when he was out there, but couldn't really get into the game.
Yeah.
New South Wales Rabbitohs.
Mate, it's Catoni neither Catoni or Stephen Crichton really made an impact on the game. Ryan Madison was solid through the middle, but I mean. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
What'd you make of Stephen Crichton on the bench? What do you give that?
No, that's a 0 out of 10. What do you need a utility? You could tell Damien Cook was starting to get a little bit tired in the middle. And that's why some of his decisions weren't the best, but yeah. You got to have an actual utility there. Can't have an outside back on the bench.
Yeah, I don't... If Catoni doesn't go down, I don't know if Crichton even gets on the field.
Yeah, no, I don't think he does. Because Jack White was killing it in the centres. He was awesome.
Killing it. He was killing it in the centres. He was unbelievable. I think he was the best player on the field. He'll be the first player picked for game 2. I don't know how Tony Staggs is going to recover, but Latrell Mitchell's waiting in the wings. I think a lot of people want to hear us talk about Latrell Mitchell. It'll be 1 game in 9 weeks if he was to come back. Do you think he can do it? He does look fit, but match fitness is a little bit different.
It's very different. Look, you'd have to chuck him in there, just on what he's done. Yeah, what he's done before, and he can do that again. Like if he has a quiet game, so what?
I mean, they got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
If they lose this one, you're just staring down the barrel of a really serious 3-0, which is catastrophe for New South Wales, to be honest. I'll back that in. I reckon they got nothing to lose. You gotta risk it, and he's X factor. Like he's a guy that you can get the ball 15, 20 meters out, and he can just score.
Yeah.
So I'd be doing that as well. Anyone else you're thinking about bringing back into this side? Does Jake Tavorovic get a look in?
Jake Tavorovic does not get a look in. Look, he's a good defender and all, but yeah, we've spoken about it before. He just doesn't offer anything in attack. Maybe apart from that, so Tarek Simm's gone. Either Frizzell or someone else. Oh no, the name slipped my mind.
All right. So just Tyson gone.
Who, Tyson?
No,
Tarek.
Not Tyson.
Tarek gone, and Stephen Crichton is not on the bench anymore. Bring in maybe Appy or Nico.
I think Pappy's back. Is Pappy a chance?
No.
Again, it would be a similar situation to Latrell. I think he'll only get 1 game because he's meant to be back this week, but I don't think he got named. So he will get 1 game. Could he come in a little bit of spark?
No. No.
Probably doesn't play enough positions.
I'm thinking maybe a hooker just to give bloody Damien Cook a bit of like a rest for 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. You know who's a great utility? Jack Whiten's a great utility. Jack Whiten's a great bloke to have in that 14.
He was New South Wales' best player in the centres though.
Yeah. Who are you thinking for Queensland to replace Coates? Is it Taulagi? Is it Oates? Or is it the Hammer?
It'll never be Oates. It's either the Hammer or Taulagi. And I'm leaning towards Taulagi.
Yeah, I'm thinking Taulagi as well. Blood him, and I think he's a great finisher, so I think he'll do a job there. Is there anything else for Origin? Is there anything else, mate? Anything else you want to get off your chest?
Oh, is there? Oh, Selwyn Cobbo, when he made that, when they took him into touch and bloody old mate called hell, that's never held not in a million years.
I agree. Did I say that already?
We haven't talked about that.
Okay, yeah, no, that is in held, and and that could lead us into talking about how they referee differently, completely differently. They done the opposite there because in Clubland they've been letting that slide. Year. They've been really letting that slide, and I don't think he ever lost his momentum. So I thought that was a big moment too, actually.
Yeah, no, well, I don't think anything came of it, but it gave Queensland like that field position to possibly do something. But
yeah, well, I think Cherry Evans pushed a shitty pass to
Tino,
or Tino maybe.
Tino,
and then they knocked on. Yeah, no, I didn't think that was a great call from Ashley. Other than that, the refereeing differently. Even the Cherry Evans slap to the face.
Oh, there
was nothing in it. There was nothing in it, right? Absolutely nothing in it, and no one thought it was a head high. But just the terminology the bunker used,
it's just
I could apply that. I could apply that to 10 head highs at the weekend that they call. It's just the touch. Yeah, he sounded like just a Queensland, a New South Wales fan in the bunker.
He did.
It's just a touch.
It's just a touch.
Get up.
Play on.
No, I just I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I thought it should have been play on, but I thought it should have been play on because Cherry Evans gets hit in the head, but he's this far off the ground.
Yeah.
Like, how can it be a head high if he's half a centimetre off the ground? So, yeah, I didn't like that one. Any other things that they refereed differently? Well, he didn't really call anything, did he?
It was just, he's put his whistle away. There's about 1,000 six agains that I saw. And it's
They
not...
haven't calling less six again. So.
Yeah, and it's not just the way of New South Wales. It was both ways. Like,
yeah. I
mainly
thought
Queensland,
seven penalties. That'd be the lowest penalty count of the year.
And there was a couple late ones for New South Wales.
Yeah, and they probably could have got one holding down the ruck. I want to talk about that, actually. Holding down in the ruck when the game's on the line. He's not an idiot, right? He can't be an idiot, the referee. He knows what Queensland are doing. And piling 4 or 5 players onto the play the ball to slow it down. Call time off. Call time off. Put a player in the bin. Call time off. Play on. Instead of just letting it happen. Because you're not allowed to do it. If it happens 10 metres out with 20 to go, it's a penalty, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he just didn't want to have an impact on the game. I want to see when these even up ones were, because I didn't feel like there was any penalties in the game.
One was in the 78th minute, and the other one was in the 70th minute.
Yeah, there you go. That's half the penalties for the game, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, 7. Yeah. So there was only 2.
So, 79th minute. So, like, literally a minute to go.
62 as well.
62nd minute.
Yeah.
So we
and
got
52.
So we got all our 3 penalties in the last 18 minutes.
Yeah, baby.
And what was it for? Holding down, hand in the ruck. So, like, pretty much the same thing, just in the ruck. An early tackle.
Yeah. Thoughts?
It's bullshit.
Other than that, I thought Queensland were the better side on the night. What do you think?
Don't know about
that. I think we should end up by talking about Munster. Cameron Munster.
I don't want to talk about Munster.
We can talk about Munster.
What do you want to know?
I messaged you before the game. Okay?
I
messaged you before kickoff. I saw him run out, and I said, Munster, I just saw Munster run out. He's not getting beaten tonight. Queensland 13+. Now, I might have got a little bit ahead of himself with the Queensland 13+, but Munster just looked like he was not going to be denied. I think one of those one-on-one strips, he took the one-on-one strip, and then someone dropped it on the edge. Maybe Felice Kafusi dropped it on the edge, and he blew up in the middle of the park. And he's usually a pretty cool, like, customer, Cam Munster, but he was not happy. And he just plays different for Queensland, and he just didn't want to be beat tonight. What do you think of Munster?
Yeah, I mean, he played decent. He was all right.
And the real version?
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. That even I think it was in the first half when he got the ball on the right and was dancing in front of the defensive line, and he kind of pushed off one, pushed off another, drifts to the middle, finds the tired forwards, and then cuts them up the middle. That was next level. That was. That was in the second half, actually.
If I'm New South Wales, I am going to smack him off the ball. Just do anything to get him out of the game, because he was like, that was crazy. Like, he had a great second half, and it wouldn't have happened if someone just crept a little high on one of those tackles.
If by off the ball, though, you mean, like, when he goes for a kick, you hit him? Like, but Cleary was getting put on the ground a fair bit after he's kicking. After he passes, you hit him.
Yeah.
You know,
when
that's origin.
Yeah, when he's, like, doing his little silly dance, like, running sideways, someone's got to come out and make sure he doesn't do that.
And hit him.
Yeah.
He just feels like sometimes he has more time than other players. And that dancing thing, I've seen that from him 10 times. You know, he dances in front of the line, and you're just thinking, someone tackle him.
Yeah.
But no one does, and then he cuts you up the middle. I think he's the best player on the park. And there was a couple of good ones for Queensland. I thought I thought Val was really good as well. But Cam Munster, it was his night. Big game in Perth. Early prediction there. You're like, if they pick the same side?
Oh, I hope they don't. Surely not.
But what do you think? It will be at that game, so you won't be able to turn it off.
I will. I'll just leave. Get on the next flight home.
If Munster dance in front of the line and no one hits him and he breaks the line, is that a walkout?
That's all. That's almost a walkout. That's like walk out of my seat.
Yep.
And just
what's a walkout?
A walkout is like
ideas of a walkout.
A walkout is like if we're down by like 20 at halftime.
Oh, really? Because it takes less than that to turn off a Parramatta game. I know.
It takes
around.
If we're up, if a power game and they're up and they make an error, that's a turn off.
Is that because every game's a danger game for Para?
Literally.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That wraps up our origin portion of the show. We're going to get into our tips. Queensland on top, baby.
I hope not. No, right. I don't know anymore.
This is our Queensland leg of the tour, mate. 4 stadiums, 3 days. We're heading up to Queensland. Up. We got... What time are we getting up tomorrow?
Like 3?
Yeah, 3 in the morning. We've got to get up tomorrow.
Yes.
Yep. And then we got an early flight out of Townsville, and then we got an early flight home. So definitely save some money on the flights. Not enough, though.
I wish someone would just pay for us.
Yeah.
Can someone just pay for us to go and watch the games?
I wish we had like a rich benefactor, you know?
Yeah. You're a homeowner. You should be rich. Just turn the house into like liquid.
That's why I'm not rich. I'm not very liquid right now. All right. Cowboys, Dragons. It'd be interesting to see if some of the boys back up. You can't imagine Ruben Cotter will be there. If he does, that'd be monumental from him. I don't think Val will play either. He had a really big night. Jeremiah Nanai done his ankle too, so he probably won't play. Tom Dearden will play. What are you thinking here? Jack Bird, I think he'll back up as well.
Jack Bird.
Ben Hunt. I was looking at the halves. I was looking to see where Jack Bird was. Ben Hunt, I reckon, will back up. Do you reckon Tarek will back up?
Tarek will back up. Matter? He's a kid. I'm not going to say anything bad about him, actually.
All right, what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking Cowboys win.
Yeah, Cowboys win at home.
13 plus.
You going to support the Cowboys or the Dragons? Because I know you're not a big Dragons fan.
I'm really not a fan of either team. Like, I might just stay at the hotel.
Okay.
No, I'll support the Cowboys. Can't stand the Dragons.
We're going to the Titans and the Rabbitohs game as well. I haven't talked to you about that too. Parking is non-existent. Apparently, you got to park somewhere and then catch a bus or a train in. So, yeah. Had to just get that off my chest. How excited are you for Queensland?
I don't want to go anymore.
All right, Titans. I don't think Big Tino will be there. Jair will be available. Damien Cook, I think he'll back up. Cam Murray, I don't think he'll back up.
I don't think Damien Cook will be backing up. Damien Cook will be spent.
I reckon Damien Cook will play.
I don't know.
They're already in Queensland. You might as well just go up there, stay there for game 2, and then fly to Perth. I thought they were playing in Queensland for some reason. Who are you thinking here?
I'll be taking the Rabbitohs.
I reckon Titans can get them.
No. I thought that bloody last week. Against who'd they play last week? Or the Cowboys. Or was it the week before? No, it was the Broncos.
Yeah, the Bronx.
Yeah. And then they were just
and then the week before, they won.
Who'd they beat the week before?
Dragons, was it? Magic Round? Or was that before that?
No, they lost to the Sharkies.
Oh, so then the week before.
And then the week before, they beat the Dragons.
Yeah.
That was Magic Round, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going Rabbitohs. I'll go the Rabbitohs as well. But I change my mind. Is Teddy backing up, do you think?
Teddy will not back up. I think Joe Martin.
A couple days before that one, Saturday.
No, he's not backing up.
All right.
He played his nuts off.
Tupou back up?
Tupou will back up.
Lindsay?
Lindsay,
I think Lindsay will.
Will back up, yep.
I think he'll probably start off the bench.
Yep, me too.
And Melbourne have Felice. Will he back up?
Yep, he'll back up.
That's one of your least favourite players, Felice? I always feel it. Whenever I mention him, I feel it in your voice.
It's just that, and my energy for him is just, I hate him.
All right, Storm, Roosters. What are you thinking here? Sydney Cricket Ground, the Fortress.
The Storm will be winning that one.
Oh, I got the Storm as well. $60 tickets we paid to go watch SCG.
$60 we'll never get back.
Yeah, $6 to get sunburnt.
Yeah, pretty much. And watch the second half of the game. Half of the stadium was blocked out because of the stadium.
Because of the design. What a ridiculous design.
Yeah.
All right, Broncos, Raiders will be at this game. Really excited for it. The Broncos, Tony Staggs definitely won't be there. Selwyn Cobbo, you can't imagine he'll back up. Payne Haas, maybe Pat Carrigan won't play.
I don't think Carrigan will play.
You don't reckon Payne will play?
I think Payne might play.
He's a big swinging dick.
Oh, he is. I'll be tipping the Raiders in this one.
Upset season.
I think Josh Papali'i will play. He didn't play last night, so.
Yeah. I forgot he played for Queensland, to be honest.
What about Jackie Watton? What's he doing?
Oh,
I
reckon he's got a little bit of energy about him right now, Jackie. He's playing this game.
Yep. Raiders win.
You know what? Jack Whiten is a smoky to get Daily M again. He's a dead set smoky to get Daily M again.
What's the leaderboard looking like?
Because he's in that kind of mood. And the Raiders have got a great run home. And anytime they win, he's going to be in and abouts. I don't think he's on the top tally at the moment, but he wouldn't be too far away. I think he's got a couple of good scores in there.
He's on 8.
8.
And Ben Hunt's on 19.
So he's sniffing. Is that what he's saying?
He's not. He's 11 points behind. And there's like 10 other people that are more points.
I think Turbo got 33 points in 15 games. So
that's impossible. No, it's not.
No, it's well possible. You idiot. So you go on the Raiders?
I'm going the Raiders, yeah.
You going to wear your Raiders jersey?
If it comes to it.
Will it come to it?
Probably.
I'll go the Bronx. I'll take them at home.
Oh, yuck.
Queensland on top, baby. I'm taking the Titans. I'm taking all the Queensland teams this week. In celebration of Queensland winning, I'm taking the Titans.
They'll probably all win now. You watch.
West Tigers versus the Manly Warringah Seagulls. What?
Should be a good game. Should be a great game.
We actually went and watched this live, the first version. That feels like it was not that long ago.
4 weeks ago or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tigers coach just being sacked. My recommendation for anyone that likes a bet, you do not bet on a game where after a coach has just been sacked. You don't know what's going to happen. Tigers could be beaten by 50. Tigers could win by 30. You just don't know. What are you thinking here? I don't think there's any... Is there any Origin players in this one?
Cherry Evans.
Oh, yeah. Backing up? Not backing up?
He'll back up. Pardon me.
He's getting old. He won't play.
Okay. I'm taking Manly.
Foz will play half and... what's her name?
Schuster. Joshy boy.
Will come into the starting side, I think.
All right, I'm taking Manly.
All right, I'm taking the Tigers.
Ooh.
I'm feeling dangerous.
Okay.
This morning. I don't know why we even do these tips because I changed my mind.
I never change my mind.
Yeah, I know you don't. All right, Knights, Panthers. Will we have a backup season? The coaches said, Ivan Cleary said he's thinking about not having Cleary or Luai the whole series.
Well, I guess you can do that when you come in. Bloody, what are they coming first?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't really care.
Okay, Liam Martin back up.
He will not back up.
Isaiah Yeo does not back up.
No, he does not back up.
Nah.
I don't think Cleary will back up either. Crichton will.
Crichton, he had a pretty busy game. Oh, no, he didn't actually. Pongo back up.
Ponga will be... He won't back up. He's soft.
All right. Who are you going?
Panthers.
Panthers. I think they're specials.
By a landslide.
$1.15. $1.15. Put your whole house on it. All right, last game that we are going to, the Warriors and the Sharkies. This is at Moreton Daly Stadium. What are you thinking here?
Give me the Sharkies. Warriors suck.
The Warriors are bad, but a coach has just been sacked. You know what that means? Warriors on top, baby. Warriors win.
You're not tipping the Warriors.
I'm thinking about it.
You're not actually.
I'm going. They're a resident Queensland side, mate. They've been based in Queensland. They're playing out of Redcliffe.
Oh, well, then you got to take them.
Yep, Warriors on top.
And you actually got to tip them. Don't.
I don't actually have to tip.
Yes, you
do.
do.
Have to do anything.
No, you do.
No,
otherwise you're not a real Queenslander. You're a pretender.
I'll be a pretender.
No, back the Warriors.
It doesn't. See, you tried to say something about me saying a naughty word. You're like, oh.
Yep, well, that's my bad.
Then what? You just open the.
Look, my emotions are all over the place at the moment.
All right, Matt Duffy is 19th man for this game. Bulldogs Eels. He could come in and just have a big impact on this one, I reckon. Does Regan Campbell-Gillard or Junior Paulo back up?
I'm going to say Junior does. Regan, I'm going to say he does as well.
Madison? This is a long turnaround too. This is not till Monday.
Yeah, I think they'll all back up.
Yeah. All right. Does Josh Adokar? Oh, he didn't get picked. Okay. Let's go. Bulldogs or the Eels? Who are you thinking?
I'm going the Eels, obviously. Never back against them.
Is it a danger game?
Of course it's a danger game. Just assume that every game is a danger game.
Have the Bulldogs ever had a connection with Queensland?
Don't think so.
All right, I'll take the Eels then. Take the Eels in a close one. Eels by 1. Mitch Moses field goal.
I wonder how much that's paying.
Enough. All right, I'll recap the tips while you tell me that. Cowboys, we both picked the Cowboys. You picked the Rabbitohs. I'll go the Titans. We both picked the Storm. I'll go the Bronx. You got the Raiders. I'll go Manly, I think. Oh, did I pick Tigers? I don't know. Manly.
You picked. I think
Manly.
Hold on.
Panthers. Warriors. You got the Sharks. And we both got the Eels. I got the Eels by 1 measly point.
You're really giving me the shits today.
We got a whole weekend together, mate.
And this is a
whole weekend.
If this is what it's going to be like, I don't want to go anymore.
You know, when you get here, I'm going to be wearing my Queensland jersey too, loud and proud, mate.
Para buy one and paying $41.
Oh, it's worth a measly 10.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
All right. Any final words on Origin before we wrap it?
No, I got nothing to say.
I think we'll leave it there.